Hello, Kaylyn.
Well, hello. How are you?
I'm very well. Oh, who am I? Oh,
Yeah. Who are you? Who am I? I'm Kaylyn.
I'm Dr. Cynthia, and this is the Intuitive Hypnotherapy podcast.
We said it together. Sorry. It was amazing. Where we invite you to come for the chat and stay for the healing.
But what the heck does that mean? What are we doing? What's our mission?
Gosh,
why did we start this thing?
I was just going to say, if people go way back, it seems like forever ago. It was not that long ago, but I wanted to do this because I had some rough patches over this past winter, and I have just a lot of stuff going on and a lot of just stuff, emotions, death, injuries, just one thing after another. And I think that, meditating and taking time for ourselves can help heal, just kind of slow down. So, as I've said before, for selfish reasons, this is my weekly healing session.
Yeah. So, and I just thought we have such good rapport, just one-on-one, that for anyone who wants to be a fly on the wall and hear what amateur healers, somewhat professional healers, do when they're trying to bring a little spark, a little light to the world. This was what it sounds like. And then I think we hit on some pretty important topics. And my mission is that anything that's awry, anything that's wrong, any problem has a solution. And mostly the solution starts in here. Let's
absolutely
to heal. So we come for the chat, stay for the healing means we're going to talk about something that impacts us, impacts our community. And then I usually, one day you, am going to lead a healing meditation or a healing hypnosis session on that subject. Try to raise the vibration. I personally shared with my renter, Sarah Lee, that, and she's a school teacher, and I shared with her that we talked about back to school last week, and we wanted to do a healing. We did a healing for the students, the parents, the staff, the teachers, and I like to think that just the two of us and whoever happened to listen in on that vibration and participate, that is 2+ people that spent time, energy, emotional, spiritual energy to raise the vibration of that topic of students and teachers and back to school. And, and I think that will, can, should, ought to have a ripple effect.
Yes, absolutely.
How was your first day?
Laura, I think so. She had a great first day. Actually, real quick, for listeners that got through us last week, I rushed off like a mad woman at the end of that. And it was because I feel like I have to explain. I had the cat in my lap, right? So he starts kneading and clawing. So I joked with you. I was like, oh yeah, I know I'm wiggly. It's because his claws were in me. And then right at the end, Laura's downstairs going, are you ready? Are you ready, Mom? And I'm trying to keep her muted so she's not interrupting the meditation because it was open house night. So that's that explanation. It was a little messy at the end there for me.
You were wiggling about.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was trying to make sure like it's still muted, right? It's muted.
Well, we're junior producers. We're figuring.
Well, yeah, I told some of my girlfriends today. I was like, yeah, we're amateur podcasters, but but her first day was Thursday, and she did great. We're
Awesome.
definitely going to have to learn that you've only got a certain amount of time for lunch because she is a grazer.
Ew.
So when she got in the car, she said, Mom, I'm starving. I
Okay.
said, okay, it's a long day. I get it.
Mhm.
And then I opened her lunchbox and she hardly ate anything. And she's just a little social butterfly. So I can imagine she just sat at the table and probably just chit-chatted and talked to everybody instead of ate. And then ran out of time. So after talking to other parents, she will learn that there's only a certain amount of time. But yes, hopefully that gets better.
That is such a sweet story. My kid also was very much a social butterfly, and I have heart glitter thinking that she probably did that once or
Mhm.
twice too in her young school age. Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Yep. She'll learn eventually, but I was like, no wonder you're starving. Probably talking too much.
No, that's such a sweet story. Oh, I love that so much. But speaking of school, I thought today one of the unfortunate side effects that a lot of kids experience in school, sometimes out of school, is bullying. Has Laura ever been bullied?
I don't think so. The only time I think she's maybe had some hurt feelings from another child
Mhm.
have just been when they don't want to play with her. So she's still really young. So
Mhm.
luckily, knock on wood, that has not been something I don't think that she has,
Mhm.
encountered. It's just been, they don't want to play with her. They're playing with somebody else kind of thing,
Mhm. Did you have any bullying growing up?
Not that, if there was any, I didn't remember it. So that's a
Hmm.
good thing too.
Okay.
But I know my crew that I ran with, I was friends with everybody. I was friends with
Okay.
people from all different, little
Mhm.
groups and cliques. And I say I was mostly a band geek because I did color guard.
Ooh.
So yeah, I've always been a weirdo, I guess. So but I don't recall any bullying for myself, but
Mhm.
that's not to say because I was friends with everybody
Okay.
that there weren't other kids that got picked
Nice.
on, or I'd be in a circle
Mhm.
that would be chattering and poking fun at somebody else,
Mm.
and that instantly makes me uncomfortable.
Mhm.
I'm going to back out of that. But I've also not been one to be like, you shouldn't say that. That's not nice. You know what I mean? I just get myself out of the situation.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know.
I remember some really stark times when I was bullied. I've even experienced bullying as a grown-up, as a professional. Gal I used to work with for 4 years before I opened this was horrible to me, and I made her a ton of money.
Hmm.
She was definitely, had that mean girl vibe.
Oh,
But
yes.
she also felt entitled, you know.
Mhm.
So, I bit my tongue a lot for that. In school, I remember this kid, and he was a popular kid. His name was Tom Patton, and I doubt he's listening.
I
And
was like, oh, what if he's listening?
in elementary school, and I had a pimple on my forehead, and we were doing some game or something where we had to improvise something, and him and like 3 or 4 of his buddies did this, and they're like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm Cindy scratching my zit. And
Oh,
I'm like 9 or 10, and I was like,
yeah.
that's just so fucking mean. I mean, this year, I'm still getting a visceral reaction.
No, I was just about to say, and when you're so self-conscious at that age anyway, well, at any age
Yeah.
about
And
that kind of stuff, but
Oh my God. And in my skin, it was probably like the only one I had for a year, but
Right.
it's just brutal. We lived in a predominantly African-American community when we first moved from, my mother moved us from small town, McPherson, Kansas to Kansas City. And we moved to this, I think it was called Park Tower Village. And it was off of a street called Topping. And it was a little rough. For example, we were advised to keep forks in our sock in case we were challenged to a fight in school.
Oh no.
So that was new for a little 5-year-old.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, I'm just figuring things out. We were only there a year, but I remember one kid, Celestine Walker, came into our house. It was townhomes, and just beat the snot out of me in my own living room.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, didn't have cat-like reflexes to reach for the fork. Or I probably
Any memory why? Or just to be a bully? Like,
I just
yeah.
extreme bullying. And yeah, so she kicked the stuffing out of me in my own living room. And I always had long hair. So, God damn it, girl, stop grabbing my long hair. So that was another one. And that was, we were there before we moved to the elementary school with Tom Patton. And I had picked up something of an urban accent, affect, my voice. And I mean, I was like 8 or 9. I'm impressionable, right? That's how kids spoke. And then we moved to the suburbs, and it was more people with this skin tone. And so the kids there, because of this affect I had adopted, used to call me Blackie. Yeah. Yeah. So I've had, and it's, yeah. So it was not only racist, but it was racist against a white kid, and it was, yeah. So that was tough. So I've had a lot of bullying. Probably my biggest bully though, how I, in your situation is clearly different, and I'm very envious. Your parents obviously raised you with self-esteem and obviously felt good in their space. And my mother was my primary parent after my parents got divorced, and there's stories behind that too. Another episode, but my mother was and is still my biggest bully. So yeah. And I didn't know what gaslighting was. Do you understand the concept of gaslighting?
Yes, but that is a term that I feel like has just kind of been brought to light. Probably the last couple of years, right?
Yes.
I mean,
it's
been
actually
around forever, but I think people have just started really talking about it lately.
So I used to refer to her as the devil on my shoulder. You have the angel on your shoulder and the devil on your shoulder, and the devil on your shoulder is telling you, no, go ahead and get drunk before work, or no,
yeah.
But she was a master of gaslighting. I did not realize this, but she would always say things like, you're really tough to love.
Oh, jeez.
You're very difficult to love. Your brain is like a rat's teeth. So instead of being, oh, you're creative, you're always thinking all the time.
Yeah.
you're creating all the time, like a
Mhm.
rat's teeth, because, rats have to chew stuff all the time.
Uh-huh.
And, and things like, oh, well, you can't go, traveling with us because I know you have to work, so
Right.
um, and one of the downsides of running your own practice, but at the same time, because I was a chiropractor and not a medical doctor, she would say like, oh, you probably don't understand about that, or because we're not real doctors. And and just so many, and the term I believe is called microaggressions, and just so many. So,
Yeah.
which is, and I'm not looking for pity. This is not a mercy session. No, it is my driving force behind this work that we do, because I sought to heal all of that. Now, are there still layers of the onion coming off? Of course. But I see it as a deep-seated insecurity and being critical of someone in order to make yourself feel better.
Mm-hmm.
And I've come up with a couple of Cynthisms as a result. And one is bullies bully who they can bully. So noun, verb, verb. And
like
also, there's always a bigger bully. So if you've been the bully, there's always a bigger bully, a bigger, meaner kid, or law enforcement, or teachers, there's somebody that will hold you accountable. So my job is to help you, others, my patients, my clients at large, to be unbullyable, to be so connected to who they are and how valuable they are for simply showing up.
Right.
And to feel really good in their skin. Because when you feel good in your skin, when you like who you are, you don't need validation from others, but you also don't find the need to belittle anyone to make yourself feel good. My beautiful daughter, bless her heart, she was very popular in school, but she also was bullied a lot. And one of the biggest bullies, because she's beautiful. You've seen pictures.
Well, I was just about to say, yeah, she was a pretty popular girl, so I'm sure somebody had to find something to try to cut her down.
First day of basketball practice in college, a gal who shared her position came after her hard. It's very showgirls, and this girl, whose name rhymes with Wiley, elbowed her in the face. Like, they're in the first half hour of practice, and she was just like, no. And she did. She was merciless. I'm like, this is your teammate.
Wow.
And
yeah,
I got in trouble for calling the coach and telling her to get this kid off. And the coach decided that she was going to pile on the bullying, and told me that if I did it again, she would kick my kid off the team. I was like, okay. So I'm asking for justice, and
yes,
coach doubled down. And so my kid and I tried to find some humor in that, and we're like, not the face, not the face.
But she stayed on the team. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was, but coaches can be terrible, terrible bullies. Oh, so much. Yeah. And other teammates can be bullies, and because you're jockeying for time, you're jockeying for player time, you're jockeying for the coach's attention, and with if you're a favored one, you know, the coach can give you playing time and give you an opportunity to get good stats and things like this. And
Oh my gosh. Yeah. You know what? You said that. And now, you know, something is bringing back in color guard and practices and stuff like that. Yeah. Coaches yelling and screaming. And I co-coached for a year, maybe a year and a half, a few years out of high school. It might have been more than a few years out of high school. But I just remember thinking, like, the way our coaches yelled at us, like, I would never imagine yelling at a child the way we got yelled at, because I'm like, well, I'd never imagine yelling at anybody like that, talking to any other human being like that. Why was it okay that we had a coach yelling at us and we had parents sitting in that didn't think anything of it? And I'm like, that is crazy. So I remember when I was, you know, in that role later on, I remember I had parents come to me because they had issues with, you know, maybe how or what or the way another coach was talking to them. They came to me because, you know,
they're looking for an ally.
And and I'm not ever going to talk to their kid that way or have a tone. And, you know, some people would probably argue, well, you know, you can't be too easy on them. Well, like, I remember the yelling and screaming, and it was a little bit absurd to be doing to children.
And so bullies bully who they can bully. I was definitely more insecure as a kid, and bouncing around, and that gaslighting that my mom did to me for years and years and years. And then I saw her starting to do that to my kid. And that's when I really stopped talking to my mom. I'm like, you know, it's almost like you take abuse.
Right. But you're not going to let it happen.
And then when the abuser starts going after your little sister or your little brother, then you're like, no, and then you're going to go after the abuser. But now my daughter is just chalking up so many karma stars because she doesn't live with my mom, but she lives close to her and she takes care of her and they talk every day. And I'm like, okay, you know, so she's a bigger man.
I like it.
Than me. And so as her mom, my job is to, you know, be an example for her and to hold the porch light on, if you will, and let her know how fabulous she is and how beloved she is and how extraordinary she is. And just like, step into the light, kid. You're, you know, you got all the goods. And just trust and believe that she recognizes that and will step out into the world and do some fabulous work. But for here and now, so this will be hypnosis, meditation. Let's heal those little inner children, those parts of ourselves where we feel insecure, because that's a vibration.
Oh my gosh.
That's
as an adult, I still have insecurities. That's why I cringed when you talked about, you know, the kid making fun of your pimple. I'm like, oh my gosh, as an adult, if somebody said that to me, I'm not that confident.
It was brutal.
You know? Yeah.
And
let's heal that for sure.
And it's not that I haven't, but yeah, it's one of those things that there might still be a little bit of a charge. But let's heal that. Let's heal those insecurities. Let's heal those wounds. Maybe even we'll slap in a little separation from those people who have bullied us and get their energy out of our space. Maybe if we're feeling really altruistic, we'll send a little forgiveness, you know, to those people that were crummy. And for the times when we've been bullies, I know sometimes we're unconscious to it. Sometimes
Right.
I've been an ass. I've been called out on it, and I've made my apologies. And in fact, in elementary school, I was teasing a gal that had to get one of those goddamn scoliosis harnesses. What do you call
Oh
those
yeah,
things?
yeah. I don't know. Are they like Halo somethings or
I
no?
don't
That's
remember.
headphones.
And I'm a
I don't. I know what
chiropractor.
you're
I should
talking
know.
about. Oh, wait a minute.
I should know. But anyway, and my teacher, Mrs. Ray, pulled me aside. Again, there's always a bigger bully. And she said, I want to do something for you. And she gave me the book. Was it Beverly Cleary? Who's it? Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. Who wrote that? Judy Blume.
Okay. Yep.
So she was the one who introduced me to Judy Blume. And one of the books is about the lead character being in one of those harnesses. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Oh.
Humanizes. So I, of course, apologized to the gal. And I was like, wow, I have, you know, and I was grateful to Mrs. Ray, my 6th grade teacher. And understand, I'm 10. I started elementary school at 4.
Nice.
Just because of where my birthday started. And so that was, you know, kind of a huge concept. And yet I owned it. I healed from it. And I was a better person, even though, you know, so maybe the pimple thing was karma debt. I don't know. Anyway, so, you know, maybe a little forgiveness, maybe a little healing for those times when we've done stupid shit, unconscious or operating out of our own insecurities, and just raise the whole vibration around bullying and just feeling good about who we are as spirits having a human experience. Sound like a jam?
Yes.
Let's do this.
Absolutely.
Okay, so for the listening audience, this is the time. Don't drive, don't operate heavy machinery. Just sit back and let's heal. Let's heal that part of us when we got bullied, or we feel we might get bullied. So find a comfortable place, with or without cat in your lap, sitting or lying down, and take a few deep cleansing breaths. And just get here. And I wish you guys could hear this, but in the background, my chihuahua is snoring. It's like she's deep, deep in trance. So find a comfortable place. Allow yourself to sink into the chair or wherever you're laying. And bring your attention to your feet. Allow your feet to feel comfortably warm and heavy. And say in your mind's eye, my feet are warm and heavy. My feet are warm and heavy. Allow your warm and heavy feet to gently traction your legs, allowing them to sink into the chair, allowing all the muscles of your lower body to soften and relax. My feet are warm and heavy. My feet are warm and heavy. Then bring your attention to your hands. Allow your hands to be comfortably warm and heavy. My hands are warm and heavy. My hands are warm and heavy. And allow that warmth and that heaviness to travel up your arms to your shoulders, your neck, and upper back. Allowing all those muscles to soften and relax. Allowing you to sink comfortably into the chair you're sitting in or wherever you're laying. My hands are warm and heavy. My hands are warm and heavy. And allow that warmth, that heaviness, that comfort to allow your entire body to relax from the top of your head all the way down to the tip of your toes. Waves of relaxation with every breath, relaxing you more and more. With every breath, softening your muscles, allowing you to feel more comfortable, even more safe. We're going to count down from 5 to 1. And with every number backwards, you're going to go deeper and deeper into relaxation, deeper and deeper into comfort. 5, 4, sinking deeper and deeper down, comfort, relaxed, soothing those muscles. 4 to 3, doubling the amount of relaxation, allowing those waves of relaxation and comfort to flow through your body, sinking, sinking, sinking comfortably. From 3 to 2, as much as 10 times more relaxed, comfortable, relaxed. From 2 to 1, all the way down, down, deeper down, comfortable, safe, relaxed. And in this safe, relaxed place, imagine a time when you felt perfectly safe, perfectly supported. If you can't remember a time, imagine a time. What did you see? What did you hear? Were you inside or outside? Is it daytime or nighttime? Were you alone or with people? Find that safe place. See what you saw, hear what you heard, feel what you felt. Maybe smell what you smelled. Was there a scent? Candles burning, ocean breeze of that safe place? Were you eating or drinking anything? What did you taste? So be there now in that safe place. And allow that sense of safety to course through your body. And in this safe place, in this deep, relaxed state, be there. Be comfortable. Be safe. And allow that sensation to flow through your body. And when you're ready, put your attention as a point of light behind your eyes and in between your temples. This is your center of head, your sixth chakra. Be a point of light behind your eyes and in between your temples. See a bubble around you in all directions, over your head, to either side, in front, in back, underneath you. This is your aura, your personal space, your energy field. So be in the center of your head, in your bubble. And then create a tube of light that connects the base of your spine, your first chakra, all the way down to the center of the earth. Allow the center of the earth to ground you, to tether you, to increase that sense of safety. So be in the center of your head, grounded in your bubble, in this safe place of your imagination or in your memories. And spend a few moments just being grounded and safe. See how that feels in your physical body. Notice how your muscles soften even more. Notice how your heart rate slows. Notice how your cares seem to melt away. Being safe, feeling safe, helps you relax, helps you feel supported. And in this deep, relaxed state, in the center of your head, grounded in your bubble, from the center of your head, look up to the top of your head, your seventh chakra. Sometimes I imagine it's a yarmulke or a cap on top of my head. And this is your connection with the God of your heart, with the Supreme Being, the universe, pure love, God, Yahweh. And play around with your seventh chakra. Go ahead and open it up a little bit wider. Close it down. Have it opened to a place that feels comfortable. And be at kindergarten space. You can't do this wrong. But with this connection of your seventh chakra to the God of your heart, you are connected to Source. You are connected to that which creates everything. Einstein says that 90% of success is showing up. So the fact that you incarnated, that you got a body in this lifetime, in this moment, you get an A. The universe validates you simply for showing up. And when you open your seventh chakra, and allow yourself to feel that connection and experience that connection with the God of your heart, with pure love, pure light. Allow that love to fill you in. Allow that love to heal you, to fill you with purpose, with joy, with majesty, with all the beautiful and brilliance that there is in the universe. You are connected to and created from that same energy. Just soak it in. Breathe it in. Take it in. Feel that connection to everything in the universe and let it empower you. Let it heal you. Let it fill you with love and kindness. And at the same moment, let it heal old wounds. Knowing that you are connected to everything that created the universe. That is pure validation. Allow that to come into your space. Take a big, deep breath and just breathe that in. You are created. You are creative. You are wanted. You matter. You have purpose. You have love. And in your mind's eye, in the center of your head, grounded in your bubble, connected to both the center of the earth and the cosmos, the universe. Allow those two energies, earth and cosmic energy, to flow through your body. It does naturally, you're just paying attention to it. And allow those two forces to heal your physical body, to heal your mental body, to heal your spiritual body, your emotional body. And in your mind's eye, create a timeline. In one direction is your past, and in the other direction is your future. Now your timeline can be left to right or right to left. It can be down to up, up to down, or front to back. Just choose your timeline and have it hovering outside of your bubble. And whatever direction is in the past, affirm that. See the direction that means the past. And as if you're hovering over this timeline of your life, hover over a time when you were wounded by bullying, when you were bullied, when you got injured, wounded, hurt, physically, emotionally, mentally, psychologically. Just pick one time and go over as if you're hovering over that scene, hovering over your body. And you get to keep anything that's helpful. You get to keep the learnings. You get to keep the lessons. But you also have the power to heal what needs to be healed. So if you're over your inner 10-year-old or your inner 34-year-old or your inner 71-year-old, pick a time or an event when you were bullied and give yourself the healing that you needed in that moment. Take a few moments right now to give yourself that healing. And when you're ready, get to keep those learnings and give yourself, your present time body, the healing that you just gave to your past self. In the next moment in your timeline, hover over your timeline and go to a time when you were the bully, when you wounded someone else, consciously or otherwise. And give yourself, whatever age you were when you were the bully, and give yourself the healing that you needed when you were the aggressor and you were trying to be seen or trying to get your point across. Or trying to hurt somebody because you were feeling hurt. Because hurt people hurt people. Give yourself the healing that you need. Send yourself some forgiveness. Send some forgiveness to the person that wounded you. And send a healing to the person that you bullied. Just spirit to spirit. Again, you can't do this wrong. Let yourself have the learnings. What did you learn from that situation? And heal the wounds. Take accountability. Ask for forgiveness. Pay it forward. Heal the person that you injured. Or persons. And of course, you can do this meditation, this hypnosis session over and over, as much as you need. And then give yourself that healing. Send forgiveness to your aggressor or aggressors, those people that have bullied you. And any scars or wounds that are still left in your space. Allow the universe to heal those to whatever degree you can have it today. Allow the universe to heal your wounds, heal your woundedness. And allow the universe to raise your vibration, to remind you of who you are, to remind you how special you are, how fabulous you are, how talented you are, how beloved you are, because you are. You are joy. You are forgiveness. You can do better starting now. Treat yourself with the love and kindness that the universe sends to you. See yourself through God's eyes and allow yourself to see others through God's eyes. Be one with that which created you in the universe. Hold that vibration, raise that vibration of love and forgiveness. Give yourself whatever tools you need to raise your own self-esteem, to raise your own self-worth, to raise your own awareness of your beauty and your purpose. Allow yourself to validate self in a true, kind, beautiful, authentic way. And that when you feel good about yourself, that vibrates outwards. And you're holding that energy field. So take this sense of feeling good about yourself, feeling really good about yourself, and broadcast it out to the universe. Shine like the beautiful light that you are. Invite your friends, your family, your community to validate and match your validation and match your vibration. Allow yourself to send and receive love and to raise the vibration. Feel good about yourself. Feel good in your skin. And notice that and acknowledge that in others. Paying forward the kindness, the beauty, and the validations. Over time, ultimately retraining your own brain, your own sensibility about your self-worth. And when you're ready, not just yet, to dial into this new, healthier, happier, more secure sense of self. And know that anytime you even consider self, you automatically reflect on your connectedness with Source, your connectedness with pure love, and your ability to hold that and raise that vibration and attract people that will validate you and you validate them. Smile as you're sitting here, knowing that this is easy, it's joyful, it's playful, and it feels really good to heal those old wounds and to breathe love anew. In a moment, we're going to count from 1 to 5, waking up and feeling great in our physical space, knowing that we have healed and will continue to heal, and we can revisit this meditation anytime. Concept of bullying can one day be a thing of the past when we choose to dial in. We count up from 1 to 2. Maybe we're wiggling our fingers or toes, coming back into our body. 2 to 3, feeling really good, noticing the shift. 3 to 4, feeling energetic, secure in our space, full of love and light. 4 to 5, eyes open, wake up. Healed, healed, healed. How'd you do, ma'am?
I did a like time warp there. That was a good one.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
What kind of
I
time
did.
warp?
Oh no, I just was into it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I really so appreciate you playing along, allowing us to share this message of hope and, talking about our day-to-day lives as we do, and then looping around to something that's meaningful. I think it's meaningful. And then taking a moment to heal whatever it is we're talking about.
Yes.
Come for the chat.
Thank you.
Healing.
Yes, and thank you everybody for sticking with us. Real quick business. We are going to, hopefully this week, my fingers are crossed, be also posting in the podcast like a weekly A and a weekly B, so that if people did just want to click on just the meditation, you don't have to fast forward in the store notes. Geez, I was really into that meditation. Into the show notes, you don't have to like fast forward. You can just click on the second version of our weekly podcast, so you can just listen to the meditation. We'll probably label it something that said meditation only, but if you notice over the next week that there's, oh my gosh, what are all these podcasts, like all these new episodes, they're probably our old ones, but we just posted, meditation only. So,
Yes.
And as always, give us ideas, email us. That should be in show notes too.
Yes. I mean, if you just want to listen to the meditation, but don't you want the lead in and
right,
chit chat,
I think so.
fly on the wall, the whole thing.
Well, thank you everybody. I'm Kaylyn.
I'm Dr. Cynthia. Have a great day.
Intuitive Hypnotherapy Podcast. Bye.
Bye.